Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Nebraska's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He dropped that?
Jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get them in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Makes the catch. It's Blunt. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Huskers need to pick it up on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. So Texas's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that, and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They're going to go to the air on third and short.
this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Takes the handoff. It's moved. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback making checks. Toss sweep to the right. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The extra point here would tie the game.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Longhorns are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll throw it. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Third down play from the gun. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Margin ahead. Touchdown Longhorn! He would not be denied.
Wow.
Precision blocking up front created the...
No, that was no blocking, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the middle. Found a seam. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Might be calling a hot route. Lost to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just outside the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. To the air on first down. Firing to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup. He had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually finish.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Dances away. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskers.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Coming out with it, it's Poe. Discards him with the stiff arm. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on second down. On the run, fires downfield. Working the big fella downfield and outside. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
And the Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Texas offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McMillan. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Bruh.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able...
Touchdown, Texas! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll knock it down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Bro,
We're close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
oh my God!
Pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. On the ground with the counter. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback.
Oh my
and there was
God.
nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Blunt. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he's showing all of those attributes right there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Rides the back and leaves it. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the right side. Off to the races. Running inside.
Man, what is this, yo?
And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the big play starts with the protection up front. This takes a long time to develop. He's going to start all the way on the right side, run all the way across the field, so you got to have protection. He hangs in there, throws the football perfectly. The big play, the big touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people.
Right on the money.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They're going to run it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Blunt.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that looks like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Looking for a big gain. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Texas! They move on top here in the 4th. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll... There he goes! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's high. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Finds it back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
He'll bring it out. It's Poe. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Butler. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the option. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, obviously here in the 4th quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. You're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Runs through the tackle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Power football with the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Cornhuskers hit it quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They haven't gotten much done here. Third down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime! Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of the season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.